Greetings, daytime and evening clinical students. This is Rebecca Reed. I'm the Calabasas Campus Clinical Training Coordinator, and I'd like to share with you some tips about client-centered advocacy and bring this type of activity that you can do at your site or even at home to your awareness so that especially in your second semester of practicum, if you find yourself not adding up too many direct client hours toward the 225 to graduate, never fear. If you bank up client-centered advocacy hours along the way during your practicum year, you can reach into that pot right before you graduate and count up to 75 client-centered advocacy hours toward your 225 state required minimum of direct client contact to graduate. So in other words, you can supplement your direct client contact with client-centered advocacy in order to graduate with 225 for LMFT license eligibility. Some of our evening students who are in practicum and are doing client-centered advocacy, they report that they do anything from creating a playlist for elderly clients to calm them down when they're experiencing sundowners, to helping homeless clients with housing resources, to researching support groups, whether it's virtual or in-person or exercise classes or anything in the community that will help your client that is additional to your work, your therapeutic work with them. So it's really important to double check with your clinical supervisor and or clinic director to make sure that they approve of what type of client-centered advocacy you're doing. Let's listen to this real short video on what client-centered advocacy is and what it is not.
Hello, today I will be sharing with you about client-centered advocacy, what it is, what it's not, and what to do when you're in doubt of how to move forward. What it is, I'm going to start by sharing the definition of client-centered advocacy, which is researching, identifying, and accessing resources or other activities related to obtaining or providing services and supports for clients or groups of clients receiving psychotherapy or counseling services. Some examples may be researching interventions to support your clients in session, participating in external communication, be it with parents or additional therapists, and linking clients to external resources that will support their treatment. What it's not weekly supervision. It's not administering and evaluating psychological tests. It's not writing clinical reports. It's not writing progress or process notes. It's not workshops, seminars, training sessions, or conferences, unless this research will provide you with resources to share with your clients that you are currently serving. It's also important to get this approved by your supervisor. Do you need some extra clarification? It makes sense. CCAs can feel like a very gray area. So I want to remind you, when you are in doubt, first of all, consult with your practicum professor about what qualifies as a CCA hour. And make sure you are consulting them because they can provide you with Pepperdine's lens. Secondly, consult your supervisor. Remember, you are working under your supervisor's license. It's ultimately their choice as what counts for CCAs. If they tell you to go back and ask your school, ask Pepperdine, they say. Remind them that you are under their license and you want to confirm with them how you are logging your BBS hours. Finally, if you have any further questions, we are here for you. Contact the clinical training team at our personal email, and we'll answer any questions and walk through it with you.
So for daytime students, feel free to contact your clinical training team at the Malibu campus, and any evening students that are based at the West LA, Calabasas, or Irvine campus, feel free to reach out to your clinical training team if you have further questions about this.